Hello. Right, welcome. It's lovely to see lots of new faces, as always, and some regular faces. I am just your chairperson for tonight. I'm just standing with our member today. So, just a few things to start the night. If you come up here to speak, you're asking to wear a mic. Ideally, clip it on. It's very easy. You just press that bit and it just clips. And then try and remember to return it to the other thing. Toilets, men's toilets are straight down there, women's are just there to the right. If you could put your phones on silent, that would be wonderful. And if somebody is up here speaking, it sounds obvious, but we just ask if you can make no interruptions at all, even if you're just agreeing with what they're saying, just help that person to retain that focus. So tonight we have 4 new members, which I'm really excited about. So I would love to ask our 4 new members just to come up for a few minutes, and I'm just going to ask you a question or two. Is that okay? So we have Tanya. Yeah?
Yeah.
Super.
No, this is a guest. He's not a member yet. Hey, but if you want to,
you can sit down.
you will speak later. Don't worry.
Now, you can sit down.
Yes.
So yeah, you start as a guest, and if you decide to sign it, then you become a member. So, yes, very exciting. So, just briefly, I would like to know, I'm going to start with you because you're the closest person. What made you come to Manchester Communicators?
It was mainly maybe brief.
Just
Yes.
not so brief.
To break my fear. No, yeah, really to break my fear. I came here because I was terrified of standing in front of people, which is really sad because I really love human connection. So I thought this is the best place for me to look at people at the eyes, to be able to communicate better. And this is my 4 or 5 meeting, and like the shakings are going away. My voice is less, less terrified. Like I can speak more, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's the reason why I came.
1 year from now. Either how do you imagine yourself, or how do you want to imagine yourself?
Well, in my life or here? Speaking. Well, in 1 year time, I want to be able to stand up here, inspire people, communicate my ideas. I really believe that I have a big message to give. So I want to be able to pass on that message without fear, without hesitation, and I don't know, to do a backflip in the front of the room, and I'm not scared. And yeah, so just to be able to give my gift, because I really believe that we all have gifts, and sometimes we hold it because we are scared, and I experienced that, so I really want to be able to give that gift to people.
Oh.
I should mention we have a camera here. I'm talking to the online people. So, same question. What brought you here, firstly?
Yeah, so what brought me to Manchester Communicators was mainly because I wanted somewhere to go to where I could have the confidence to potentially like open up my voice. I don't really have any aspirations to do a TED talk or anything like that, but it was actually just to walk into a room in a meeting and just have the confidence to raise my voice, which maybe I don't do enough of. So that's the reason why I came. And I guess I left, this is actually my first session as a member. I came to the last session 2 weeks ago, it was my first ever time. And I left actually feeling really inspired by everybody here. Really evident as you walk into the room, there's like a sense of community. It's a safe space as well, especially to make mistakes. Everybody here is incredibly supportive, so that's why I came back.
And what do you think? Where do you envisage?
Gosh, I don't know. I think the opportunity is like limitless. I think maybe before I may have put limits on myself, but now I'm like, well, actually, a year from now, who knows? I might actually want to do that TED talk.
Hey.
So what brought you here?
One of my team members came to me when I was trying to delegate presenting, and he was very reluctant and uncomfortable, and he didn't want to do it, and he expressed how his fear of it was. And I realized I was delegating, and I spent quite a lot of time avoiding dealing with this. So I decided the best way to help him would be to come and get more confident, come and do more of these sessions as a solution.
Solution. Well done. Now, how do you think?
Running my own Toastmasters club.
So, same question. What actually brought you? What triggered you?
Yeah, I've always been afraid of public speaking. I had to do some at work, and I get a bit nervous, get those nervous sweats, and start getting cold, twiddling my hands, with anything that's in my hand. So I just thought, this is great. So I learned a bit more skills, developed them. And my first session last week. It's my second session. I've already been given a role today, so which is good. You're just thrown into the deep end, which is good because that's how you learn. That too long I've been in my comfort zone, so I want to get out of that, and hopefully become a better communicator. Yeah.
One for a year, or is it one of them?
Everyone's talked about their TED talks already. So no, I just want to build this skill. I don't think I have a specific plan of what I want to do. But yeah, just generally get rid of those nerves when I'm in front of people, and just try and learn those techniques that a lot of people use to give talks. Yeah.
Right. Without further ado, and I'll hand over to Julian, who is our Toastmaster of the day.
Hello. Attendant. All right. Who has never been in Toastmasters before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I will explain you briefly what you will see today. The first part is an exercise called table topics, where somebody will come here in front of you and will ask a question. It could be, what do you think about Brexit? Or what is your favorite holiday destination? We don't know. You will have to come here and speak up to 2 minutes. All right? Challenging enough? I think it is. Second part of the evening, we'll see prepared speeches. At the moment, we have 2, but maybe we could do an impromptu speech as well. So 2 speeches so far. Let's see how we go with the time. And the third part will do what the value of Toastmaster is, evaluations. So we have first evaluators that will evaluate the speakers who have given the speech. We have an evaluator who will evaluate the table topics, that is the impromptu speaking that we were talking about before. And then we will have a general evaluator that will evaluate everything, absolutely everything. So, gentlemen, this is a piece of advice based on experience. If your seat is down, make sure you put it up. Good. Yeah, you laugh. You laugh. Anyway, in order to run this meeting, we have some helpers. We have some people playing different roles. The first one is the timer, and Lucy will explain what the role is about. Please, welcome Lucy.
Hello everyone. One of the lessons of Toastmaster to learn to express your speech is concisely and clearly within the specific time. So today I am responsible for keeping track of your time requirement and for reminding you when you are getting towards the end of your speech. So green line means you have completely minimum of your time requirements. Yellow is on. You are close the time requirement. And red on is speaker has maximum 30 seconds and that. So enjoy the meeting. Please keep the time. Thank you.
One thing we do here at Toastmaster is every time somebody comes to the stage, we clap. And every time somebody leaves the stage, we clap. And we clap because first, we want to encourage everybody to be open, to put them at ease and so they can speak. And we want to say thank you because they have given a speech. Now, the second player of the day is a new member. And he's gonna look at the, well, anyway, July, explain what your role is.
Yeah, so I am the and filler person. So this is my second, my first role, my second session. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of them, so that was a perfect example. Yeah, so basically don't do that. And I'll be sitting in the back just looking at to see, because some people are unaware of doing days and they might use other words like you know. To fill in the words. So I don't have any notes to write down, so I'll probably be using my phone. I'm just taking notes. Yeah, so that's my role.
Traditionally, Toastmasters, we used to shake hands when somebody will come into the stage. Now, with COVID, things are a bit strange. We don't know if we should shake hands or not. So far, we are not doing it. But doesn't mean that the next meeting, the Toastmaster decides to do it. Now, next person coming onto the stage is going to look for the good use of English. Please, put your hands together for Tanya.
Hello everyone, so similar to Zubair's, my first official role as a Toastmaster, so I'll be today's grammarian. So I'll be looking at basically the use of words and sentences, how you use them, if you're using them correctly, any standout words or phrases, and also any phrases or words that have been used incorrectly. And yeah, shall I So the word of the day, so I'm also responsible for the word of the day today. So the word of the day, I thought we got quite fitting in line with the weather we're having. So today's word of the day is sunshine. So feel free to use the word sunshine in any way you want. You can use it as an adjective to describe, for example, today, the sun is warm, it's bright, it's beautiful, or you could describe it as a noun, like, hello sunshine, you look great today. So feel free to use it however you like.
Have you realized that Danny has a sunshine smile? Really good. Mark it down, please. Now, we come to the fun part of the evening, and this is table topics. Please, put your hands together for the topics master, Sam!
Right. Well, the theme of the day and the word of the day is sunshine.
Woo!
Therefore, I have a few questions about your evening. So, I will be choosing people at random. Right, I am going to ask my first question to
Us.
Anna.
Yeah.
Can you get up here before, please? Right. Tell me about your favourite holiday destination.
So to be honest, I'm not a fan of traveling. I like the comfort zone and staying at home, maybe watching series and these kinds. But I will go for this question. My favorite holiday destination will be Istanbul, Turkey, or Turkey as the new name. This is like, let's say, the second city, let's say, in Europe I've went to. It's quite nice city, and I'm fan of food, so I like to try and taste new dishes and new food. And as we know, Turkey is full of let's say restaurants. To be honest, my like the whole trip I spent it in trying new restaurants rather than going to new places and and historic places. Because like the past 2 times I went to Istanbul, the first time was in a tourism trip where I went to several places. Then the next time I went by myself without any guide, and I started going to new places plus restaurants. And yeah, to be honest, I'm thinking of like trying new cities in Turkey and like even going to Europe, because as we know now, because of the Ukrainian crisis, there's no visa appointments. So I'm trying to apply for a visa now for an internship, and I can't find an appointment. So it might be for the next Christmas to try new places. So yeah.
Wow, wonderful. Thanks, Simon. Another round of applause.
Woo!
Hello, everyone. Transport me to a time you watched the sunset.
I love the sunset. In fact, I watched the sunset in Turkey in a place called Cappadocia. That was magical. And it was like being on the moon. And I landed there in the evening. And I'd been really tired traveling all day. Eventually, I got off the bus and sat down exhausted with all my belongings and my friend. The bus moved out of the way and there was the moon and there was all these caves and it looked like the Flintstones or something. Apparently they filmed scenes of Star Wars there and when you climb up the top of the mountain in the distance, you can overlook the entire village. And on a night, it's really magical because there's lots of little lanterns and all the windows and stuff. And to get there for the night, obviously you've got to watch the sunset. And that was spectacular. It was super bizarre because in the distance, the sun's going down, we're sitting up this mountain, and then all the little lanterns come on, and yeah, you feel like you're in a fairy tale land or something. Super special to me. It was in 2008, and then I went back because I wanted that experience again. Highly recommend it to everybody who's really the sunshine in the morning. Not just the sunset, the sunrise, you can actually get on a hot air balloon and go over the top of the entire village and see it that way, which I probably have to go a third time because I didn't get to do that. But yeah, I've seen a lot of other sunsets. I'm not going to expand too much on all of them because there's too many, but Croatia's a good place. And if you want sunset in Leeds, probably want to go to Motley or somewhere. Motley, it's got some rocks up there. It's not quite Cappadocia, but that'll do.
Okay. Askia? I believe we all have a light inside us, which we can use to spread joy around us. What is your light and your gift?
A very good question, actually. I was talking before about the gift, the light. And I believe the light I have to give is love, understanding, empathy, and honesty. Just trying to do my best to connect and to be honest. And right now I'm scared again, so I want to say it because I want to be honest with you guys. This is still scary, but you know, it becomes better. And I always, when I meet someone, I try my best to let them know that they can do whatever they want. I love empowering people. I'm a coach and a personal trainer, a mind body coach. So whenever I meet someone who I see potential, and by the way, I believe everyone has potential, and they have this potential covered, there's something that is blocking their potential. I love to remind them that they have that potential, and if they dig enough, if they find out what's blocking that potential, they will be able to just do whatever they can do. So that's my gift, connecting to people in that way, reminding them of their potential, that they can do anything they want, because I really experienced that. I have gone through lots of things like everyone, and I have been able to go to the other side, feel better, you know, just heal my heart. So I love to do that for other people, help other people to heal in their journey.
Right. Can't see what you mean. No. Would you like to come up? No. Tell me about a time that you rose before the sun. You got it before the sun came up.
That was long back. I couldn't think of a day when it was very early, maybe during my college days, when I have to prepare for my exam. So because you know, the students we used to we don't prepare early, but the day before the exam we will start preparing for exam. So that's the day I remember. I'm just thinking there was a really after that. Yeah, so other time was that we were actually planning for a trip to trekking. We went to Snowdonia. So it was 3 months back. We just came to UK. So I was in India and just moved to UK 3 months back. So it was the first trek, and I saw a lot of my colleagues. So they were in different parts of UK, and it's I just got a chance to meet them. And that's the day I woke up early. So that's the recent memory I have at the moment. And it was literally a lovely day because I am not a person who works out regularly. You can see me body I don't work out regularly. So trekking was a tremendous, pretty difficult task for me. But it was a great day, and I was able to trek for 13 kilometers up and down. So it was a real achievement, I would say.
Thank you. Okay. Mubashira.
Come on, move on.
Right. Could you take me back to a favourite summer holiday you had as a young child?
Oh. So as a young child, my favorite and most memorable trip I would say was when I went to Bali, a hill station, a very popular hill station in Pakistan, with my family, my parents and my siblings. And that was most memorable because I think that was my first holiday in the hilly areas. And that was quite memorable. And I hope to see a lot of stuff up there. Like I went to the Cheers, and it was very cloudy up there. And actually, one very one event happened, which was I will remember all my life. And I was just about to fall from the hill because I was so lost in my in my dream world that my father, if he would have just missed my hand, even for a second, I would have fallen down off the hill. So that also added a bit of chilly memory and sunshine memory to that holiday. So yes, it was quite a good experience. And I think when as a young child, when we don't have anything to worry about, we can enjoy everything to our full potential. Otherwise, when we grow up, even if we are going to somewhere, we are tend to lost in our different worries. Sometimes we are not fully present in the present. So which makes which restrict our potential to enjoy the moment. But when something becomes the past, we forget most of the things and say, okay, it was a good time. So I don't know, that's why I find it hard to say that.
Brilliant.
The micro.
Oh. Thank you so much. Right. Right. Would you like to come up?
Ooh.
The sun can be like a spotlight. Tell me about a time that you were in the spotlight and how you felt.
Unfortunately, Sam hasn't given me the thinking time where you tell them the question first and then come out. So I've got
to give myself a thinking time, which I'm doing now. So I don't think I've ever been in the spotlight, unfortunately. Unfortunately, yeah, I've always been somebody who's actually gone to every length to avoid the spotlight. So absolutely nothing comes to mind. All that comes to mind is many occasions where I've basically taken every measure to shy away from the spotlight. I think the only thing that I've ever done that has actually given me a spotlight is coming to Toastmasters, really, in answer to the question. So potentially, I think I would like some spotlight at some point in my life, actually. I don't know when, at some point in the near future. So yeah, it's good that you raised the question, the idea, but the answer is just a zero, because it's always been something I've totally just shied away from. So thanks.
Smiley face over there. What's your name?
Mom, I just came, so I
That's
don't know.
okay. I remember my most memorable summer holiday really vividly. I remember the music, friends that I was with. I remember all the things that we did, the activities. Can you describe your most memorable summer ever?
Well, I think going with my friends, fishing was my first time in my life doing that activity. Didn't like it at first. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't really like it. I tried to stay away from the sea as much as possible, but then I think I enjoyed it. I got like a couple of fish, which was pretty big and so far. Yeah, so that's all I remember. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare anything.
That's fine.
Well done.
Wow.
What is the worst thing about the summer heat?
The worst thing about the summer heat is not being able to sleep at night. Right. This year's not too bad. Last 2 years it's been awful. I got to the point of looking on the internet for an air conditioning system in this country. And I remember telling my friend, I'm like, I can't sleep. I need to get one. He's like, why? It's 1 day a year. Why is that 1 day? It's like, okay, a week maximum where it's difficult. But other than that, I thought, do I spend £300 on an AC system or something, a cheap one, or do I just put up with it for a few days? I decided in the end, I'd rather use that money somewhere else. So it was definitely a wise decision not to do that. But yeah, that is the most unbearable thing of the summer. Because the sunshine is good in all its glory. I love it. But yeah, there's some drawbacks.
Okay. Couple more? Yeah, okay.
Elvira.
Okay, I'd like you to imagine with me hot day and you spy a forest ahead. Enter the forest, it's cool, there's a stream bubbling by, shards of sunlight break through trees. How do you feel? What do you do? Ooh. I feel amazing, yes, refreshed, because it's a roasting summer day, and I look forward to some saddle and some water in the river. I imagine there's a river, and I suddenly feel like, yes, and maybe I just want to put my feet in the water and look at the current and the fish, and just sit there and relax and hear the water. How do I feel? I feel fantastic. Because I've been suffering from restless and sleepless nights because of the heat and because I couldn't sleep. So that forest, and I thought this is it, and we go there and then rest, and then maybe take a siesta and then a nice sleep, because I haven't slept for weeks because it's so hot. And yes, what else can I say? And maybe, yeah, I decided to go in the water and spend a few hours until the sun is setting, and I can go out in the outside of the forest without fearing the worst heat and sunset and other strong anymore. Right, one last one. Okay, let's imagine again, the sun is beating down on your body, it's really hot, you're sweating, but you're feeling super relaxed. Where are you?
I think that would have been San Francisco, on holiday to San Francisco in 2017. It was an amazing experience because I was there on my own, and it was obviously quite a distance, isn't it? So like it felt like a different world because the time zone difference to everyone else. It was like when I was up and it was afternoon, everyone else was like, it was bedtime. So yeah, I was just there, and it just had this kind of magical feel to it because it was May, so it was a good time to go out there because it wasn't too warm, but at the same time you had the fog coming in from the bay. So I got this amazing photo where the fog kind of coming down the bay, and there's a Golden Gate Bridge just hitting it at the right point, and I've got a reflection of water as well. So it was like, wow, that's just like a brilliant moment. And yeah, for myself, that was just a magical experience to be there, and I think that's definitely my favourite in all the travels. With that kind of experience, I think it was possibly when I was in Barcelona recently, back in April again. It was a bit warm there. It's kind of really big time recently here, but I felt too warm. Yeah, in Barcelona, so I went to the football ground there for a football match. So it was completely full though. So it was the sun was kind of beating in because there's no roof at that part of the ground. So I felt really warm, and just because all the people around. But yeah, it was just nice though. It's watching the football, and the priest started to close. I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll be okay. I'm English. With that, I think that's the thing that
people who live in Manchester used to go into the rain, and it's magical to kind of get away, I guess, and just be in the sun. Just feel like in Barcelona, it was just for 3 days. So it's just nice just to be out and have that kind of sunshine, isn't it?
Okay, wonderful. Give yourself a round of applause.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think everybody in the room, but it's already. We are putting you on the spotlight. No, yes, kidding. Okay, now we move into the next part of the meeting. And if you remember what I said at the beginning, this is where the prepared speeches come. The first speech is a special speech because it's going to be delivered by a new member. It's the first speech in front of an audience that you don't know anybody here. Really, no. So please put your hands together for a nice break, 4 to 6 minutes. Esteban!
Session 2. I talked before around why I came here and why I joined, and it's actually because of somebody in my team who is not here tonight. He'll be here next session. He's called Luke, so we'll have an extra round of applause for him. It'll be a bit of a surprise. But once I started doing this, I kind of realised, especially after the last session, that I should probably say yes to more things. And I started asking people, are they nervous in presenting? What do you think? You know, and everybody I spoke to shared the same kind of concerns. And oh, I'm not so sure. I'd be uncomfortable. That sounds like my worst nightmare. So it kind of made me feel more comfortable. So the first thing I did was say yes to the first opportunity that came along, thinking that would make me feel more comfortable and I could build up some other things. The first thing I got asked to do the day after I signed up to the first event was to attend a meeting in Chicago around the Salesforce product and go and speak about it. It's very much similar to what I do. So 8-10 people, I thought I could do that, no problem, comfortable. I could go, I could do that. I did a good job, and I happened to be mentioned into somebody who was going to do the keynote speech that day in front of 7,000 people, and he was talking about how nervous he was. And somehow, from some of the confidence I got from the session, I was giving him some tips and saying, manage your breathing, be careful, don't speak so quickly. And he was making notes, and he was just like, oh my gosh. And I was sat behind him on the keynote thing, speaking to like 30,000 people, and he's winking at me going, thanks. So there definitely is some substance to it. But anyway, this kind of drove to, Steve, why don't you come to this round table event? You think you'd be great, could you come? It's 8 to 10 people, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. So I said, okay. How many people do you think turned up? I mean, 0 would be probably worse. But 2, 7, 10, 30, 54 people turned up. And the whole session was a bit of a shit show because of that, because we needed to get mics, they didn't work properly, we had to move to the front. And I kept this audience talking about what I do for an hour. And they were in front. So actually, it's like, maybe I should talk a little bit more. But that led to another question. Do you want to present next week in London? 30, 40 people, this seemed to go well. Do you want to do that? Yes, I can't think of a good reason not to. So I said yes. How many people do you think turned up to that? Do you think it was 20, 30? No, it was 157. 157 stood there, like 10 deep, everywhere around, closer than you guys, slides there, again, the mic, craziness and what was going on. And what I kind of what happened in that session, and I've come to realize, is pretty much everybody that I've spoken to, the sessions that I've been in, are in the same situation. And if you're just willing to go out there and talk about what you believe, talk about what you think is right, share your opinion, be willing to be open and for people to, say an opposite opinion or say that you're wrong, actually you will find that people are interested that, you know, you are open and they're on it. If you're honest and clear, you know, hopefully that makes a difference. What it did for me is it meant that I've been signed up to a 150-person speaking event in July. Don't know what I'm going to talk about. I've been asked to come and speak in San Francisco to the event that guy was speaking to a similar audience. I'm worried about that one. So, you know, as I said, I came along here today. He approached me and said, do I want to talk? And the answer is yes. And I'm going to continue to do that and get more comfortable with it and try and help my team and try and help you guys, and, you know, as much as I can on me.
Fantastic work, ladies and gentlemen. He was an icebreaker. I didn't know that he had already this experience built in the last month, though. But this is how we can help people. We provide here a support group where you receive feedback. We build here a safe environment where you can make a fool of yourself, or so you think, because you are not making a fool of yourself. Now, the second speech is something special. As you know, in life, sometimes we have to close the sale. We have to make a customer buy our product. We have to convince our parents to let us go out at night. Well, I don't think any of you need that, but maybe you need to convince your kids to come early. Anyway, the next speech is 10 to 12 minutes, 10 green, 11 yellow, 12 red, and is closing the cell. Please, welcome Olaf.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Olaf, and today I'll be having the privilege to talk about something special, which I believe we all are here to enjoy, and it's called Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International is a club being created all over the world from 1929. I need to tell you, this club is in so many countries, and I've been privileged to travel all over the globe by Toastmasters. I've been to Asia, namely Asia as a continent, namely country, Bangladesh, China. I've been to Africa, Morocco, Nigeria. I've also been to Spain, different countries in Europe, just by Toastmasters International. It has really helped me improve my public speaking skills. It has also helped me improve my networking skills and opportunities, making friends in different professions all over the world. And I need to explain to you, Toastmasters is not just a club for public speaking. It's not just a club for leadership skills. It's also a club whereby we empower ourselves and build as one community. But today, we're talking about Toastmasters. I would like you to envoy and join my interview session, whereby I'm going to be interviewing two different people, having a conversation to make them understand their views and thoughts about Toastmasters. So permit me to call on stage the lovely guest, who today is the first time I'm meeting her. She's charming, all the way from China. She's a charming, lovely lady, and she's here for the first time, and today's my first time meeting her. And I call on stage, Sarah, please. Also, for me not to be biased, I was going to try to ensure we also have a feel of someone who has been to the stage just once and decided to take the bold step to join Toastmasters. So permit me on stage to call on another lovely charming lady all the way from Bangladesh, far away, but she's here to be part of us. I would like to start from my experience what she has enjoyed being a member of Toastmasters International. Come on stage. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, welcome to our interview session. It's great to have you, Tanya.
It's great to be here, Ola. Thank you for having me.
And can we meet you more, Sarah, please? Can we meet you? Where are you from originally, or what do you do?
I'm from China, from the city is Guangzhou, and now I'm an international student. That's why, yeah, this quite attracts the international toast. And a postgraduate studying arts management. And I feel very happy to be here, and I know what to expect. The first time come here, but I'm really excited to see getting going in these activities.
Great, thank you so much. It's coincidental you can observe both names, their first names are starting with T. So that makes it more interesting, making myself. So, tell me, I believe this is your second ever time attending Toastmasters meeting. What has been your splendid experience enjoying being in a meeting, please?
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. It's my second time at a Toastmasters meeting, and I mentioned earlier on in the session that reason for me to join is that I found it incredibly inspiring. The last session I went to, you gave a talk, Sam gave a presentation, and just everybody in the room, and I left thinking, wow, I want to be like these guys.
And I need to say, you speak boldly, your voice is catchy, and you have what it takes to be one of the best TED speakers in years to come. So I'm looking forward to that. So as I'll say to my great audience and to my lovely audience on the Zoom, this is just to make us understand Toastmasters empowers us and gives us our ability to be great speakers, great leaders, and also give us an avenue to travel around the world. So now I'm going to be having a trip in some months time to China, and I have a new friend who's going to tell me more about the culture, the life there, and makes my life easy, me going to China. And you know what's interesting again? I'll be going to Bangladesh at some point as part of my tourist adventure, and I have another good friend, Tanya, to tell me more. But as I've said, there is more to Toastmasters, and you can only do by joining, by taking a bold step to become part of the members of this great club. But don't forget, there are so many clubs all around the world in different places. So feel free to enjoy different clubs. Over to you, Sarah. With your experience today, with a few minutes you spent here, what has been your general assessment about the whole meeting? Yes.
I like how it is, I can feel the inclusion and diversity here, and I like how it's really encouraging people to work out of the comfort zone, and I feel grateful to the idea that they have some people to provide this platform for people to work out of their comfort zone and make change.
So do you think you'll be thinking about joining our great club to be able to improve your public speaking, your leadership skills, and also your networking opportunities within these lovely places on Zoom and this charming room?
I would love to, but the thing is, because I'm graduating this year, so I'm going back like soon, around August, so I don't know, maybe online that would be lovely, but in person, I'm afraid I can't join anymore.
Good. That's the joke. You know what? I know this part on the laptop, but that's something charming. I know this is small Toastmasters. I need to be honest with you. Toastmasters have members all over the world in different countries. And I can tell you with information, we tend to have members from Jamaica who are based in Jamaica, but were once members of our great club. We also tend to have past members who are based in China who came to the UK to have their masters for their PhD, gone back to the country, and still join Toastmasters. Just to let you know, Toastmasters exist in China. You can join any club, and you can always stay here on places anytime. And anytime after your graduation, you're back in the UK, feel free to visit us because we welcome lovely faces like yourself. So, Tanya, back to you. Based on your experience and your fun time here, are you likely to recommend Toastmasters to any of your friends or colleagues at work, within your female friends, or in different groups? Do you think about that?
Absolutely, that goes without saying. 100% would recommend Toastmasters to all of my friends. In fact, the reason why I'm here is through a recommendation to begin with. So I think it's only fair that I still continue to carry on and spread the joy of Toastmasters.
Like she said, let's spread the joy of Toastmasters. So to the charming faces, those online, those in the room, let's always understand, we all rise. We all rise by lifting other people up. And if you're proud that you're able to improve your public speaking, like Tanya is speaking today, or like myself, feel free to take the bold step. Talk about Toastmasters to your friend. Talk about it to your co-colleague. Be like Steven, who is dreaming of having a Toastmasters club in years to come, and empower someone to make them a better speaker, a better leader. And yes, we all can, as we rise together by serving humanity. Thank you.
Very well done, Ola, very well done. Now, how are we doing that? One thing I failed to mention before, I hope you forgive me, is at the at the end of every speech, we give some feedback. Here in this club, what we try to do is incorporate tools like QR codes and phones. So if you have a smartphone, please scan this QR code and it will take you to a website where you can leave the feedback for Steve. Steve, you don't need to give yourself feedback, this one. And the second one, I'm trying to do several things at the same time. Okay, so if you can give something positive, I love this picture. Everybody with their mobile. Oh, shit. Yeah, can you scan it down? You can get closer if you don't manage to scan the QR code. The idea of this is that at the end of the session, we will pass this feedback to the speaker, and the speaker will understand how he's perceived, what he can do or she can do to improve. Maybe gives you some ideas for future. What we usually do is give a positive comment, something that we thought he could do different, and wrap up with a positive comment as well. I think you have 250 characters, like a tweet. You can use as many tweets or as many messages as you want. And I will give you some time. You can write as long or as short as you want. If you run out of characters, do another one. For those of you who finish early, this is the QR code for the second speaker, Ola. So we do the same again. We scan it, go to the website, and we leave the message of what he did, right? What we think he could do differently to make it better, and wrap up with something positive. Please don't be shy and write, because the speakers have taken the time to prepare a speech. They have put themselves in front of you, and I think it's the best we can do for them. Give them or honest opinion. You know. That's why if you don't have a smartphone, you cannot join this club.
Okay. I need a charger.
Oh, you asked for a charger? Charger we have, I think.
Samsung. Samsung.
You don't ask, you don't get. And is this one and this one. Okay, are we finishing? Are we getting that? No? Oh, okay. Thank you. We tried. All right. Thank you very much for your feedback. Later we'll read that and see how useful it is. And I'm sure it will be very useful. Now, I say that we have a third speech pending, but before we are going to move to the third section of the meeting. And when we finish this section, we might come back to the last speech. As I said before, the third part of the meeting is evaluation. And we are going to start with the speakers. Remember, the first speaker was an icebreaker. Steve was opening his heart in front of us, and we discovered that, yeah, he's almost a professional speaker. Despite his afraid. Anyway, please welcome Bryce Manuel Steve.
Good evening, everybody. So, I came to this very cold because I've never met Stephen before. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's not Steve. And the other thing is, I didn't know much about speech. Normally, I like to talk to the speaker beforehand, find out about speech and what they're going to talk about, and a little bit about them as well. It's always good. So, I came to very cold, didn't know what to expect. On the plus side, you know, it's always great for me to do an icebreaker. I love it because I'm interested in people, so I get to know their story about them. And then also you've got to figure out a person. And the first thing I figured out was, who's done this before? You can always tell, you get the ones, you get people who are very new, very nervous, and you get people who've got done it before, so they've got the basics. And as the speech went through, obviously, he then told us that he's been before, which is really good, and it confirmed that. So there were so many positive things in what Stephen did, and if he has, given he has done this before, he's a great start. He's got a great foundation, so I found him very confident throughout the speech. I liked his tone of voice, you know, changed his tone of voice, vocal variation. He had a good sense of humour, hand movement as well. There's so many positive, fundamental things in his speech. I love the story as well, good sense of humour. It just goes on and on, really. A couple of things I could find as he went through. It was great that as he went through, he got more confident. There was something that stood out. So one of them was he was a little bit rooted to the same spot. He did start to move a bit later on. And then eye contact, I was sat over here. I gave him quite a few laughs. He's a funny guy. But he never looked at me. And yeah, the structure of the speech as well. It's a good story. It's a really good story. Sometimes in speech you expect a bit of, you know, there's a structure, start, beginning, end. You know, tell them what you're going to tell them, and so on. So those are some of the things that I found. In conclusion, though, I think I have to say honestly that if he sticks at it and he works at it, he's probably got a future as a world-class speaker, and probably salesman or because he's just starting with so many good things. And that goes doubly if you got your arm twisted in the last minute by during the speech, which I'm guessing is what happens. Thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you.
Yes, as you know, we had a hybrid meeting, but nobody from the online environment has spoken yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to clap so loud that the person in this where our evaluator is can hear you. Please welcome you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It's great to be back after a long time, and I can feel the energy from here in Leeds. Great meeting, and it's an honor to be your evaluator, Ola. So great speech. I really enjoyed the interaction with the audience. I enjoyed also your hand gesture and eye contact. You tried to watch at everyone, and you also tried to interact with me, that I'm connected here online. And what you can improve, I think, is you invited, random people from the public. So you have a limited time, so that can be a little bit risky. So next time, yes, just try to plan it properly and just speak before with the people and try to keep it, yes, on time. The other thing that can be improved for next time is that you spent at the beginning too much time trying to fix your microphone and then to set up, the chairs and to call your two guests on the stage. So yeah, next time just try to be a little bit more organized in that sense, because from an audience perspective can be a little bit, can look a little bit disorganized. So yes, and the overall speech, it was great. The other thing that I recommend to improve for your next speech is just the title. So the title is Closing the Sale, but I couldn't see any, big connection between your speech and title. So next time, just try to think a title that can reflect your speech. But really well done. I really enjoyed your energy. I loved, how you interacted with your two guests and how you, told more about our fantastic club, Manchester Communicators. So yes, next time, just try to fix a little bit these small things. So plan properly the beginning of your speech and set up everything. And well done. And good luck for your next speech. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Ilyu. And now we have Ola coming back to give us the table topics evaluation. 5 to 7 minutes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm having the honor to evaluate the table topic session. Because we tend to have so many speakers, I'll just be giving some 5 tips, which is expected to be a good guide in future for any of us doing table topic. One of the tips is start with a pause and no rush. That will definitely help you whenever you're giving a table topic, whenever you're answering a table topic question. The second is try to repeat the question. It gives you that time to assimilate that your brain to vote. Another is try to use some personal stories, because those stories are personal to you, and it's what you tell the audience, they are going to hear and they're going to believe. Begin with a joke or with some humor expression like some of the great speakers did. Then trust yourself. Your instincts is always right. Say the way it's coming out from your heart, and it's going to go. So to the table topic segment, we tend to have so many speakers, and the first one was the charming, lovely, and the topic was about telling me about your favorite holiday destination. He came here with a lot of confidence. He started making us understand he doesn't really like to travel, but one of his favorite experiences was Istanbul. He connected, showing hand gestures about the globe, about Istanbul. He also made us understand sharing his personal experience about food, restaurants. Definitely, we all know Anna's love food like myself. He created a lot of movements around, but I love to recommend saying, try to be certain, be conscious about your audience. Sometimes you're speaking about some of your audience are online, or some people are over there, because there's less conversations or eye contact with people within this part of the room. That'll be a great improvement. Which the next speaker I was going to have was a lovely, charming lady, Nikki, transported me to the time where I enjoyed good sunshine. She came here. She proved something unique about being a Toastmasters environment, which is about the power of listening. She started her speech by connecting to the previous speaker, making reference to talking. And now I'm going to traveling to talking, which shows that good listening skills. Her hand gestures too was lovely. But I would love to see you more move around the stage, maximize your stage. We are much more within one position, trying to concentrate. Then don't forget your audience are also on the Zoom, and also on this side of the room and that side of the room. Maximize our eye contact, it's going to be very helpful. We also have the privilege of having the lovely, charming Sebastian who came on the stage. He started with a sign of fear to want to talk about the topic. But I love the fact that you had that confidence to be here. You made us understand you're conscious about your fear about talking, like you're feeling nervous now. But build on the topic itself. Tell us whatever it is, because you love to always empower people, which you've been doing different years. Share those personal experiences. It's going to help you connect very well with your audience and make you feel relaxed while saying it. Don't forget, these are charming faces. They are not scary faces. Build the story, make it personal. Take a pause in between if you need to. Move around. Put a smile on the faces. That's also a good technique to help you. We now have the lovely Nana. Am I right? Nava came around to tell us about the time he visited Sunshine. Started with a charming experience about his experience while reading in school, which we all engaged to. He expressed some lovely aspect of humor, laughter, which was very easy for everybody to connect, and that was also a very good technique. Tend to try to have humor in between. I'd love you to try to move around the stage. Feel free. Build more of the stories. You have more time on YouTube to speak on different things, and you have what it takes to be a great speaker. So looking forward to you. We also tend to have a lovely lady, Mubashal. Apologies for the pronunciation of the name. Share a Sunshine experience. I love the fact you have so many things to talk about. So your confidence on stage was there, but your body movement was also being restricted. So it'd be great to have that. And don't forget, create more contact, eye contact around. It's going to help you when you're flexible with the room. Create more confidence moving around while you're talking, but move purposely. Try to move around. So this lady move with a step, not just me moving too much, which we all enjoy. And I love the fact that you share the personal experience of your childhood experience, telling us things you love, you love, and enjoy it. And you made us also relate to the fact that adulthood is really a scam. I wish I could still be a child. Then we're going to have a lovely woman coming on board. I remember my sunny holiday. You gave a good description of how you enjoyed the sunshine all day. You also made connection with humans, what you enjoyed, you going for fishing. So that'd be lovely if you can also be having some description about some of these explanations. Fishing. That's going to make the audience understand, oh, it's talking about fishing. It's talking about going to the sea. Those arm movements helps to drive your speech easily to the audience, which was lovely. We also had a chance of having the lovely voice, Waja, right? Waja, I love your confidence. You came here with a smiling, charming personality which you have. What is the worst thing about summer heat? It made the topic so relatable by giving us an example about, I can sleep. And that was a very lovely trick for us to connect. He also talked about the humor part design, which we all know. So why you want to buy an AC whereby it's somewhere just for some short days. Those personal examples makes the audience feel and connect with you in different ways beyond expression, which I believe we all get. Part of things I'd like to improve on, try to talk more, build on the pace on the stories you're giving, try to move around, and feel free to start all of the friendly faces. We also have the lovely lady, Elibira. Am I right? Good. My good friend Olacomosta from Spain. She came here with great boldness and smiling face. She was able to talk about how do you feel with the sunshine day. Our expression was lovely, but I would have loved you to have built more of the story. You had so many things you wanted to say, but you're a bit scared about saying that, you don't moving around. That would have been great, having more vocabulary rights to what you're saying, having more expression within the region would be lovely. I would say a lovely man to stay. You also trying to have him breaking your barriers coming here, so kudos to you for doing that. I'll allow you to try to improve your hand gesture, which was mostly for the back, which you could do better, and you're trying to remember the whole rule. In conclusion, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I need to applaud everyone who has taken the bold step to step on the stage to speak today. It takes a lot. Trust me, I'm also that shaking and scared. I can't wait to go back to my seat. You have what it takes to be great speakers, and let's keep taking the bold steps to keep speaking. Thank you.
This great evaluation. Let's move to the last part of the meeting. Well, we were already in the last part of the meeting, evaluation. Do you remember that at the beginning I introduced some roles? Okay, these people are going to come here now on stage and they are going to explain us why they failed. And let's start with the outcome. Please, sir, come here.
Right, so our character. I'll start off with Anas. Sorry if I pronounce some of the names wrong. I thought my name was wrong. That would be hard to pronounce. So what I'm doing now, I counted a few notes, just about 15. So just focus on that. And then Nikki, thank you for the pad. I didn't count anything as well. So Sebastian, there was one and I feel a word of Nava counted 5 Rashura, and there were 4 and by the way, Murray, it's a great place. Riaz counted 2. No filler words. Mohammed, there was a couple of Waj, a couple of as well. Is that how you pronounce your name? Yeah, that's 6. And Steve, there's about 13. Yeah. I don't know how. Is that how it's meant to do this role? Yeah.
The more you come, the more you see. The more you see, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better you become. Okay, so next person coming into the stage is going to be Lucy telling us about the time. You can tell us who will know the time, and that's all. Eva, if anybody.
I'm sorry for I don't know who of members' names. So, take the topic question. Anas is 2 minutes and he's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Sebastian is 1 minute 45 seconds. And Lava is 1 minute 2 minutes. Rasha is 1 minute. Amas and 1 minute. 7 speakers. 40 seconds. Waja is 1 minute. And Ara is 2 minutes. Steve is 2 minutes. And speakers 1, speaker 1, first speakers 4 minutes 12 seconds. Speakers 2, Ola is 7 minutes 40 seconds. First evaluator is 2 minutes 15 seconds. Second evaluator is 2 minutes 30 seconds. Who of the evaluation is 5 minutes. Our counter is 1.
Okay. As you can see, we have people of all skills. So no matter who you are, if you want to improve, this is the place. And now, finally, we have the sunshine smile of this club. Tanya, please, give us your report of the grammarian.
through absolutely everybody, because there's actually not much to report on. Everybody was really great. Use of grammar was fantastic. Not really much to kind of pick on at all. But kudos to Waj and Steve for using the word of the day today, which was sunshine. So yeah, good on you both. I would say with perhaps Nava, I really loved your story. Just a couple of tweaks. The term you used, it was long back. I will change that to perhaps it was a long time ago. I got what you were trying to say, but it's just the wording. And similar to 3 months back, 3 months ago. And with Mubashra, again, really great story, very emotive. I think you mentioned I went to chairlifts, but if you add the word I went on the chairlifts, that would be my improvement there. And if my father missed my hands, I wouldn't have fallen. To if my father didn't hold my hands, I would have fallen. But other than that, great session.
Sometimes these role people do not say what we have done wrong. And I think that's unfair, because if you see something that is not working, why not point it out? Look, you could do this better. Well done, fine. I like it. And now, finally, we have a last evaluator, the general evaluator, who is going to look at what we have done here in this room, in the city of Manchester, in the United Kingdom, in Europe. Please come on!
Thank you, everyone. I will give a general evaluation about this meeting, and I will start by talking about the preparation, so we can tell that like Julian was here early and we're ready setting up like the Zoom and everything like we need for the online audience as well. So that looks really like they put so much effort for getting this like room, this meeting ready, which was really good from you, Julian, coming here early. Also, we had who was helping with the names? Yeah, Wash. So Wash was getting. This is the first meeting, and we got involved with writing the names and giving people like signals, which was really good. Well done, Wash. So we can see like people as soon as they get here, they start getting involved to get this meeting ready. So regarding like the meeting timing, so the kickoff was really on time, 6 p.m. 29 minutes. So the kickoff, which was really like good from you guys. So well done about the time to start this meeting. I will go like over each role and tell you like everyone how they did generally and give you like some great insight to share with you all. So if I speak about Sam, who was like the chairperson for this meeting, so she started by sharing some guidelines and guides for everyone. She spoke about what is the toilet, for example, and turning the phone off or making it silent, which was really good to make everyone getting ready and feeling comfortable without disturbing them. Welcome new members, asking them about 1 year vision, which was really important for me. Like, especially we don't get the chance where to open our vision. Sometimes with work, with family, with everything going on, we don't get that time to sit down and to think about 5 years or 10 years or at least 1 year. So we are like busy that we waste a lot of time without having that vision. So having the vision in everything we do is something very important for efficiency and also for working smart on your goals. So it was really great from you asking that question, Sam. I loved how smiling you were, how cheerful you were to start the meeting, which was really good. Also, Julian, who was the Toastmaster of today, so he gave an overview about the meeting phases and steps we are going to have during this meeting, which was really good for people coming here for the first time. So he explained like what we'll have first, afterwards, and how we will end this meeting. Something good about Julian, great use of your memory, that you remember who didn't speak during the topic session, and you pointed them and you told them you will speak, and they managed to speak, get involved with all that speech. It was really good from you, Julian. The only thing about Julian is
I thought that your role today was a little bit challenging, trying to manage between the Zoom settings and the Toastmaster. Honestly, yeah, really good job, really good job. So, but I'm sure if we do better preparations to focus only in one role, Julian would be amazing focusing on the Toastmaster role, smashing it, and making it sound very good and selling the meeting better. So overall, that was really good from you, Julian, managing this meeting, last minute taking this role, last minute managing so many tasks, but you smashed it really well done. About Lucy, the timer. So I liked about you taking the initiative, good time reports, you were confident. The only thing I can advise you, Lucy, and please accept me, all of you, to be honest with you, because we are here to give our honest feedback, or we love you to see you improve. So I think, Lucy, you should maybe use a little bit of your body parts, like body languages. So when you here start speaking, I feel like you sound a little bit dry when you're on stage. So if you could just use a little bit of your body language, a little bit of voice tone as well. Your voice tone was a little bit, if I put your voice tone in a graph, it's like that. You know what I mean? So if you could just use the different voice tones, your body language as well, bring that energy that you've got, because when I was hearing you, I was telling that you are speaking just from this part outside. But when we are talking about public speaking, is bringing your energy up. You know what I mean? Because you are all the time keeping that vision on your mind. Why you want to learn this? Why you are sharing this vision? Why do you want to inspire people? And your energy, your emotions speak more than your voice, more than anything else. So try to get involved more emotionally, and then into the vibes. I'm sure you will smash it. You will be amazing. Yeah, something else. Yeah, to work on. Lucy, you were using a little filler words. Something you could pay attention to, but already Zubair mentioned that. Zubair, first time doing the role today, right? Really good, to be honest. You sound confident, the way you stand on the stage, the way you speak, and just it was for you a first exercise. So I think you managed it well. Something you can work on is, something you can work on is to share with people why it's important to pay attention to those filler words. So when you share that with people, they really pay attention more to that. So when you say, I'm gonna look for this, this, so why? And they give some examples, and they make people really remember how, by paying attention to these filler words, is gonna impact their speeches, and they become better speakers. Tanya, grammar role, so you pick something about Zubair. I don't know, you said you didn't count anything for Nikki. I'm not sure if it's because she gave you the pad one, just yeah, just for fun. Yeah, Tanya, Gramalian, well done, Tanya. I love choosing the theme of sunshine. Yeah, so it was really good choice and good examples. Also, I loved using personification at the beginning when you say hello, sunshine. So that was really good. As a dramatic role, using language features, that was really amazing. You have got really good voice tone, sorry. You look confident. Honestly, you are really you look a very great speaker. And I'm sure you want to speak on today's stages, so you will smash it, trust me. Yeah. Also using your phone to take reports, it was eco-friendly, so that means we are minimizing going paperless, which is really good. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I've got something to share. Yeah. Last thing to share with Sam, because she was managing the topic session. The theme was sunshine. So you were smiling, you were really looking at people feeling relaxed. Your voice tone was a little bit making people feel calm. But the sunshine was get the energy out a little bit, use a little bit of different tone voices, but you did really well. Sam, I've got something to share more, guys, but if you want to have a discussion about the rest of the evaluation, we can do that after the official close of the meeting. Anyway, thank you very much, and speak to you in a bit.
Well, as you can see, Kamal has a lot of things to share with you. But there is something very important in Toastmaster meetings, and it is the time. No matter how much information you have to share, there is a time. Attention is limited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should finish the meeting, but before, we have two things to do. First of all, there is a last QR code. I want you to say, yes, right, I want you to say how bad or good we were. Please, this feedback will help us a lot to improve the meetings. I have my ideas, but we want to know your ideas and how we can improve this. Maybe the idea is to charge £5 per attendance. Who knows? Please be blunt if you want to be. No hard feelings. Also, if you want to leave your name down there, so we can use that as a marketing recommendation. You should.
So I'm not going to give that.
You will be the first kid at Manchester Communicators. Fantastic. Thank you much for your feedback. As you could see, the paramount of Toastmasters, and especially in this club, is feedback. We want to help people to become better. And how do we do that? Being honest and tell. And finally, it's time to wrap up. And for that, we have the chairwoman of the night, Samantha, who's going to say bye-bye.
Not much to say really, except well done on all the first timers as always. I really hope to see you again. We'll be hanging around a bit just to catch up with people and see how you got on. So yeah, well done.
May I ask a question? Is anyone, by any chance, that think that what they saw here today is good enough and they would like to join today or no? Is there anyone who wants to join? All right, would you please raise your hand? Yes, okay, fine. What we have a website. No, that's not the one. Okay, you come and speak to me and I will explain you what is the process. All right, and for those of you who didn't like, please keep coming until you like it and you join. All right. Thank you very much. And now, yes, you can talk with each other. That's fine. Very well. You have to say something. Because people don't know how to say it.
It's not mentally.
So, hopefully, you have to it's true. Structure. You need to work on your structure. And because you are supposed to flow, so it's neutral. You don't care all that.
Thank you very much.
Think about the next one. Just some information. Actually, let me give you a hand.
Something that's structured. You know what I mean. That was. Yeah.
So it's now storage. So site is up.
Okay, all right, okay. What are you referring to next time? So you like
He's really good speaker. This is for you. And spoken for how many thousands? Probably the
Well, why would anyone? That's not what they have to get over. The eye contact is an actual thing because, like, I've got some problem with my eye and I'm very aware of it, so therefore, like, it's the default to it. No, I know it's but the point is, it's like in my mind. So therefore, anyway, thank you very much.
Potentially, yeah. The problem is that was a bit set off.
What do we need to do to communicate?
what happened, I was going to be a brother, was never going, so I was like, yeah, so I need I have a new role. So I'm panicking a bit about my role.
So yeah, So the question is, if you know what is what you want to ask for. Now, the question is, I think okay, so how this works? If you're interested, you have a website. I don't know why I think the website is down. First time. The new one is 60 pounds for 6 months, 100,000 for the whole year. So you stay. So you're already.
I'm gonna need this a lot.
So,
But I'm guessing I'm not gonna be able to do it on the day. So, I really need one.
now, so where is the last week for the so no, it was not the year. So that means this week we are not doing it. Online. So we will have to we'll have to discuss. We don't know that. We need to show the person. So, my suggestion for you is go on this course, you have time to figure out how to organize. And then, if you don't enough position for 1 year, do it. And come back later, more paper, so, is that clear?
To like test the like.
If you want to go next meeting, that's on the 4th of July. Here, absolutely.
This is my third.
So it's fine. I'm not pushing you. I mean, you say that you wanted to. So I just tell you how it works. If you want to come next session, that's fine. Let me put that here.
For me.
No, for you, no. In general, what is your role?
In the last three, they're all good.
They're okay. For me, this was a happy meeting because I think more than the series. Things will be differently. But if you like it, that means that this impact level is good for you. Imagine what you can get. I understand that you want to go here with please come for free. If we see that you are not here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times every January, you are welcome. But at some point, you must stop. One thing that happened today, in my opinion, one failure we have is that we don't let everybody speak their own topics. That is a problem for my face. So, if you want to understand, we have 3 or 4 speakers. Of course, those speakers will be guests. So, when you have you will always twice. When you are member of the club, you will also be involved in leadership. People don't understand here is we don't know the make people pay, close the deal, all these kind of things. Some skills, and that's what we try to scale. When you come here, this thought is not something that's always it's not and it's not useful to break the ice, to make you that's the secret of Toastmasters. There are clubs and clubs, and this one is quite young. We are going now through a time because after 3 years is when the club struggles, and we are running very strong. Everything is okay. We were at the Manchester Metropolitan University before, and we had 60 members in the room. 60. I'm telling you, speaking in front of 60 people.
Yes.
I think last meeting, I think we should we use technology, we try to do different things. We recommend this as well. And it's summer, so people, after a long COVID, they want to enjoy life. Summer, maybe a bit now. We don't know. What we see is a lot of this. A lot of this has to be done. Or something. So So I want to
Next session.
So that's why Manchester is an international city. Also, I want to say something that I'm not going to show in my phone or more than clubs. I'm telling you right now that this club but don't take my word for it. I see there are those masters, they are really good people in other clubs, but this club is something special. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you what it is. This club was created by people in other clubs, and now how it works. They were not happy. They tried to change things. They were not happy. They want to change. So they have a different approach. And you should come here. You are staying now. How was it? You like it? Are you coming back? Yes. That's what we want to do. And I said that he wants to join in the future. And I told him to go here. No. I can't do that. You can do whatever. When we had 60 people, we were pushing people. We don't have 60 people. So things go control. Seriously, don't feel pressurized. 3 weeks, no? 3 weeks. Have we pushed you to join? We told you want to join? I think anything. So, seriously. If you become a member and you have an internship, well, it's called better if it's a longer under class. Yes. I just find that the one is not as good as this one. And if you can.
I'm not being yet.
Okay, but
I'm going to go.
Go and check it out. It's not as good as this one.
On the same day.
I don't know why not. You have to those masters is the those masters website. On there is a button that says search club to links, and it gives you all the clubs around it. And if you have a place that you pay from here, in my 4 months or 1 year, whatever you want to pay, and then you move to London or Scotland, to the other one, I'm pretty sure there is a club close by. So you can transfer to that club, or you can stay here and keep going to that one. And when it's renewal time, to decide whether getting back to Manchester or not. So that's not a
Can I please report my
But there are other clubs outside the UK. There are clubs all over the world. Any club in the world. You say, I just masters in Manchester. I want to give a speech. If you start maybe, like, if you don't regularly, they will give speeches as well. Yeah, I mean, we do the same. We go to other parts of the country, or in Manchester, they can make a speech. It's not.
Wow. But there's some recordings of these on YouTube.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. In Manchester, well, one thing is, we have to influence this class people in public, but the people who are complaining the most are no longer in the club. So,
Yeah.
that's right. What I want to say is that we are doing this for the benefit of others. And if we can get somebody interested in that by watching the videos, so now the last 2 videos
Do you have access to the QR code?
well, the link of the video. You
Palestinian. Loving the Jordan. This is a mix. In Arabic, it means lion, and also it's a name of a person who was a friend of our prophet. Yeah, so right, he was his one of his friends. He's yeah, like there's stages of people, and these people is called now the people who saw the prophet, because like this. So every people who saw this person was something, and the next generation they have a also name. So he's one of his
website that has a lot of practice different projects. Okay, that's good. Yes, some group as well for the members. Yes. And for them to tell you as well for the summer, this is international community, we believe our kids my advice is, you already know that you have
It's great.